Good day, everybody. I feel as if the shift is ramping up internally. I can sense that there's a lot of buzzing energy in the world, and I can sense that there's a lot of negative energy being displaced and hopefully lost. Hopefully the world loses some of its negative energy, because the vibrational pulse of this planet is feeling very strange and unusual, like I knew it would. But just remember, one thing that occurred to me that's quite imperative is I'm actually very blessed to have a blank slate. That's a weird statement to make, but the more I think about it, my plate is empty. I can fill my plate maybe with something that I want, but I can't do that if my plate's full of things that I don't like, that are not good for me. So remember, if your life is blank, if you're feeling like you are stuck in a rut, or perhaps in like some sort of existential spiritual exile, remember it's better to be in that than to be completely consumed with the wrong thing that is taking all your energy and time away. It's better to have some free time to use it to think, because the way I view this phase of my life right now on a personal level, this is my thinking period, where I think a lot, I plan things, and I'm certainly using my mind to the best of my ability. People like me need to actually sit back and use our minds, because they are powerful tools that need to be used. They don't need to be droned out. They don't need to be consumed with trash and garbage that doesn't mean anything. It's actually meaningful to Gnostic spiritualists who see the value in this time period. They just have to accept the good. Any level of good that you receive, you have to accept whatever bad comes with it. You can't be spiritually enlightened and just it be easy street and it be something fun all the time. It's really not, but it's meaningful, but it's not usually fun. But one day this grip of manipulative control is going to lessen over people, and more details are going to emerge that will shock and horrify people and really make them disillusioned and not really dig the reality that they're inhabiting. That's to be expected, from my perspective at least, but not everybody's living life like that. They're going through the motions thinking that the other shoe won't drop yet, but you'll never get a memo about when shoes drop. They're just going to keep dropping, and it's not going to connect until it's a very bad thing, and a lot of people have been affected negatively. So I think it's important to try to be preemptive if you can, and be misunderstood. Let them think you're weird for noticing and feeling things that they don't and they're not willing to accept. You're going to have to piss off some people with the truth at some point in your life, so don't forget that part. These cultural engineers, they just never want the surface to blend with the ugly truth. They don't want us to process and cope. They want us to be horrified and to lose our nerve quickly when things go badly. And a lot of things get revealed that are detrimental, that are even hard to believe. Like, I wouldn't even quite believe certain things if I didn't live my exact existence and perceive things the way I do. I would find it hard to believe, but it is quite a spiritual arena that we're inhabiting. There's more to this world, and there's people that walk this planet that are quite astounding in many ways, good, bad, and in between. But perhaps one day enough people are going to awaken and be able to connect these dots to do anything of value. But as of right now, there's just extreme measures taken to interfere with the flow of life, to change the way human beings think, and to keep them stuck for personal reasons and for all types of other factors. It's just all designed to be lacking in catharsis and not be anything meaningful or good that we can cling to make us feel better. It's all designed to be a false hope that sustains us. It keeps us running on a hamster wheel that goes nowhere. But just keep in mind also that people like me are literally in an exile. They know how remarkable and excellent we are as people. They know our abilities and potential, and they seek to limit it and to demoralize us, to make us feel stuck in something that's beneath us, that doesn't captivate us or drive us to do anything bigger or better. But just keep in mind, I think there's a duality here that we've yet to experience. For people like me, I believe people like us are going to identify more with each other and step out of this exile. And these people who orchestrate and culturally engineer our lives are going to be stepping into exile with a scarlet letter, and they're going to have a lot of thinking, and they're going to have tons of explaining to do that they'll not be able to do very well either, I believe. But they know the big picture. They do. They have time to sit and look and think and extrapolate every bit of information to use against people, to keep them stuck and to make them favor an exit rather than enlightenment. But they're going to keep dragging out the nothingness and make sure to remove the value as long as they can. And that's just literally what they spend their lives doing. They have to halt progress because they don't want it to be a progressive thing. They want us stuck and meandering in nothingness, so all these bad things can happen without any type of conclusion for them, other than they keep going and they keep churning out on an unnecessary cycle of life. They have spent billions of dollars and a lot of time and effort to orchestrate that this is the case, and that people can't make their own decisions and can't do anything that resembles forward thinking at all. But I think the world's ultimately just going to need to crumble in a big enough way to point to for a select few people like myself, where we knew that this was leading in this direction, and that this is the trajectory of the world that nobody thinks about because they're too busy in that moment, too busy living in the now, never thinking about their future and allowing their past to actually prevent their future. Many of us have become victims of other people in our lives that have no good intentions if it comes down to it. They're tested. Their allegiance is with nothing except for the devil, pretty much. So I just wanted to say that point, make sure that makes sense. And remember that your mind is your most important asset, and they don't want you to use it. They want you to lose it and to regress and become subservient to something that you yourself don't even believe in. So keep that in mind. Peace.